Your best crew lead walks in on a Monday morning and hands you 2 weeks notice. Or you get a text on Sunday night that they're not coming back at all. This is the person who knew every job, every customer, every supplier. The person that crew called when something came up. The person who held the schedule together and made your operation look more organized than it actually was. And now they're gone, and everything they knew walked out the door with them. This happens in every growing trades business eventually. Today we're talking about how to survive it when it does, and more importantly, what to build so that no single person's departure can ever do that kind of damage again. The reason a key person's departure is so disruptive in a small trades operation is almost always the same. The knowledge was never extracted from them. They knew how to handle the difficult customers. They knew the quirks of certain suppliers. They knew which job types ran long and why. They knew the crew's strengths and weaknesses better than anyone. They knew the unwritten rules of how the operation actually functioned day to day. None of that was documented. None of it was in the job doc system or the work standard or the scheduling process. It lived in one person's head, and that person's head just left the building. This is the same tribal knowledge problem we talked about in video 1, just applied to a person instead of a process. The solution is the same. Extract it, document it, put it somewhere that survives any individual's departure. If you find out today that a key person is leaving, here's what you can do in the next 48 hours. Conduct an exit knowledge transfer. If you have any notice period at all, use it for this above everything else. Sit down with the departing person and document everything that lives only in their head. Active job statuses, customer relationship notes, supplier contacts, passwords, processes they owned, problems they were managing. This conversation is worth more than 2 weeks of normal work for them. Audit your active jobs. Which jobs was this person running or closely involved in? What stage are they at? What decisions are pending? Get that information into your job document system immediately so it doesn't disappear with them. Communicate to the team before the rumor does. Your crew will know something is happening. A direct, calm communication from you about the transition is always better than information that spreads through the crew informally and picks up anxiety along the way. And don't panic hire. The instinct is to immediately post a job and get someone in as fast as possible. Resist it. A rushed replacement hire is how you compound one problem with another. Absorb the short-term disruption and hire the right person on the right timeline. Surviving the departure is the short-term problem. The long-term solution is building an operation where no single person's departure can create a crisis. And here's how to do that. Document everything important always. Every process that currently lives in someone's head is a single point of failure. The job document system, the work standard, the supplier contacts, the customer notes, all of it should be in your Google Drive system and accessible by more than one person at all times. Not because you distrust your team, because people leave and the business has to keep running. Cross-train deliberately. Every critical function in your operation should be understood by at least 2 people. If only one person knows how to build the weekly schedule, or how to handle a specific supplier, or how to manage a certain type of customer situation, that's a vulnerability. Identify your single points of failure and systematically eliminate them. Develop your next layer before you need it. The best time to develop a backup crew lead is before before your current crew lead leaves. The milestone onboarding from video 15 and the decision framework from video 14 are tools for exactly this. If someone on your team is progressing toward leadership, accelerate that development intentionally rather than waiting for a vacancy to force the issue. Keep customer relationships at the company level, not the individual level. If your customers feel loyal to a specific crew member rather than to the company, that crew member's departure takes customers with it. The way to prevent this is consistent company-level communication. The scope of work process, the job document updates, the completion follow-up. So the customer experience is rooted in how your company operates, not in one person they happen to like. Not every departure is about money or a better offer somewhere else. Sometimes a key person leaves because the operation was chaotic and nobody was fixing it. Because they were doing the work of 3 people and nobody acknowledged it. Because they raised problems that went unaddressed. Because they saw no path forward. Every departure is worth an honest debrief. Not to be self-critical for its own sake, but to understand whether there's a pattern. If you've lost multiple strong people in a short period, something in the environment is pushing them out. Retention isn't just about pay. It's about whether strong people see a future in your operation. A clear growth path, a functional system, a culture where good work gets recognized. Those things keep people. Chaos and stagnation don't. People will always leave. That's not a failure of your operation. It's the reality of running a business with people in it. The question is whether your operation is built to absorb a departure or built to collapse under one. The answer depends entirely on whether the knowledge, process, and the relationships live in your systems or in someone else's head. Build for the departure before it happens.